So the PS5 Pro was announced by PlayStation about a day ago, and it's a console that I think a lot of people were waiting for since the release of the first PS5 in 2020. And honestly, there is a lot of upgrades and changes that are coming to this console, especially when it comes to the exterior design as well as internal elements. But the main thing, of course, is the fact that a lot of people want to play GTA 6 on this console since it will be the one that has the most amount of power when it releases. However, though, it is releasing a lot of backlash though due to the price as well as some of the components in it. So the original PS5 came out back in like 2020 and the starting price was $500 with the digital version being $400. The regular PS5 came with the disc drive, which means you could use any of the disc games, and then of course the digital had only games that you can get from the PlayStation Store. This time around though, the digital version basically is going to be costing a whopping $700, and if you do want to actually get a disc drive that you can attach to it, you have to pay a total of $80. And if you actually want to get the stand to have a vertical, way to put the PS5, then that's going to cost you another $30. And by the way, this is in USD, of course, with all of it including tax, depending on where you live. So overall, you're paying over $800 for a console if you want to get basically what the PS5 was back in 2020. Now, of course, there is some internal changes like I mentioned earlier, but the main things being the upgraded GPU. So there's going to be 67 more compute units than the original PS5 console with 28% faster memory. And of course, there's going to be 45% faster running speed for gameplay. So overall, it's just going to be smoother gameplay when it comes to most of the games that you have. Advanced ray tracing, which basically is, how reflections are as well as lights that are in the game, it's just going to be looking a lot more better. A lot of games do usually upgrade this very often, and it's honestly something that's going to be really great because you're going to be seeing it throughout all your games now. And there's also going to be AI driven upscaling. So upscaling is basically the resolution as well as also just using the typical AI technology that we've been seeing for the past, few years at this point, just to make the game feel more realistic and there. So definitely some good upgrades. And if you did look at the, showcase that they had, they did show like, a few games like Spider-Man as well as The Last of Us Part 2, all that, which I mean, it did look a lot better. And, comparing it to the original PS5, you can definitely see the differences. However, you got to realize that sometimes when it comes to the differences, you're only realizing it because it's side by side. But when you actually play the game, you might see it for like the first few minutes, few hours, whatever, few days. And then eventually it's not going to feel that wild anymore, and it's going to pretty much feel like the same original game. So it really depends on the person if they do want to get the PS5 Pro. It's definitely some nice upgrades, and there could be some even better enhancements now since they got so much backlash, but currently it doesn't seem like it's really worth it. And a lot of people at this point most likely do have a lot of physical games that they want to put into the PS5. So if they want to end up using those, they have to get a disc drive as well. And I think a lot of people, to save a little bit of space, probably want it vertical as well. So the stand is something that people will be getting too. So if you just want the base regular PS5 Pro, then it's going to cost you $700 plus tax. But if you want a little bit more, it's going to be around like $850 in total. Now, the reason I really do want to talk about this is, of course, for GTA 6. So this is going to be the console that most people are going to be playing this on. And that's because obviously the PC launch for GTA 6 won't be coming out at launch, at least for what we know right now. It's probably not going to be releasing until maybe like a year after, or even maybe longer. We've seen that with RDR2 as well as GTA 5 and other GTA games, and really overall any Rockstar title in the past. So that means that most likely will be the same here. And it does seem like Microsoft is going to be releasing anything, at least for now. There could be some changes in the future, maybe early next year or something like that. But from what I've seen, it seems like maybe Xbox isn't doing nothing, at least at this point. So that means that when GTA 6 releases, the PS5 Pro will be the most advanced and best console at the time to play it on, which does make a lot of people want to actually get into it and play it. So if for someone that's really into getting the most of the experience when it comes to this game, which is obviously a title that a lot of people are waiting for, including myself, then it definitely would be the one to go for. But if you're just like me and you just kind of want to just have fun with the game and the experience that you have on the PS5 is already good enough, then of course upgrading it won't really be necessary. But of course, things can change though, so we will see in the future. Now, Sony also does have a partnership with Rockstar that we already know about. We've seen that with the launch of GTA 5 Expanded and Enhanced back in 2022. There obviously has been some exclusive stuff to people that do play on PlayStation 5, and there was like, a bonus period where they had like, you would get money for, having GTA 5 on PS5 and all that, and just a few other things. So I expect Rockstar to probably continue this partnership with GTA 6 as they said they would actually, as well. So just know that when it comes to people that do play on PlayStation 5, Pro or regular, you will probably get some exclusive benefits at launch, and there could even be like a separate version of the PlayStation 5 Pro that comes with GTA 6, with it, like, as a bundle. So when it comes to dates though, the P5 Pro is coming out later this year in November, with GTA 6 releasing most likely in later 2025, around September or October, about a month after the PS5 Pro releases. And like we talked about previously on the channel, there is a slight possible delay of GTA 6, with it possibly already being internally delayed. Hopefully that's not the case, but if you just look at past Rockstar titles, pretty much every single one has been delayed for at least a specific reason, most likely because they just need more time to finish it up or just polish it. So just know that is slightly possible, but hopefully that's not the case when it comes to this game, because we've been waiting almost 11 years at this point. GTA 5 will be turning 11 years old on September 17th this year. So just know it's going to be at least another year before we even possibly get GTA 6. Now, when it comes to GTA 6 running on these consoles, how will it perform? So first off, when it comes to PlayStation and Xbox, currently there is a lot of games that do run at 60 FPS, and there is a few that do still run at 30, but most of them at this point have got huge upgrades where they're going to run at 60 FPS. We've seen that with obviously Rockstar titles as well, such as RDR1 port getting a change where it was originally at 30 but now it's at 60, as well as other titles as well. We've seen other games from Rockstar though where they are on the PlayStation 5 but they are not changed at all. GTA 5 being one of them that did get upgraded, but RDR2 not, and still being at 30 FPS. So there are some titles that are really heavy and might be difficult for that to be happening, but overall I think Rockstar most likely can do it when it comes to GTA 6, and it's really something that a lot of people are looking forward to. Pretty much every Rockstar title on the console has launched at around 20 to 30 FPS, but having a 60 FPS starting point would be something that's nice, with possibly even more upgrades coming in the future, later down the line. And then of course when it comes to PC, it's going to be running at whatever your graphics card can handle, with the minimum probably being around 30 for most people if you have a low-end PC, but if you have a decently good computer then it should be more than 60 FPS. So I'm just hoping that at launch we instantly get 60, because it would kind of suck for GTA 6 to be running at 30 FPS, because it's just going to feel really sluggish, especially if you play other games that are already running at 60. It's just gonna really feel like kind of laggy in a way. You're still gonna have a pretty good experience, of course. I mean, this game's gonna be amazing when it comes out. It just depends like on how you feel, but just know that if you do play a lot of 60 FPS plus games, then running GTA 6 at 30 would definitely feel a bit sluggish for a lot of people. And then quickly touching on the space size of GTA 6, we know it's going to be a huge game, and obviously when it comes to every Rockstar title, always changes throughout the years, but this most likely will be over 100 gigabytes, or at least like 80 plus gigabytes for sure when it comes to the download. And with the PS5 Pro, it does have a new 2TB SSD. I think the original one had maybe like, I think it was 875, which was basically nothing. I don't know why they decided to go so low like that, but 2 TB is definitely a lot of space to have for a console. So that's also another reason why they upped the price a lot like that, so you're able to have a lot more games in storage. But GTA 6 definitely will be taking a lot for sure when it comes to downloading that, if you get a digital, and of course physical as well. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the PS5 Pro. Will you guys be purchasing it? Do you guys like it or not? And of course, if you guys enjoy, subscribe and put up post notifications. We'll be having a lot more GTA 6 content here on the channel. And if you guys want to see more, drop a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.